Sometimes you think you're going to a train show and then you end up someplace completely different.
So, we are agreed then that today is our cheat day. We'll just zip into town for a bagel, maybe a kugel. But keep your mouth shut this time, okay? Oh, look! Little Adolf is peeking out the barn door. Back in you go, little fella. Alright then, off we go. Los geht's. Gott im Himmel! How many bagels do they think we're buying?
General Motors, Ford, and Dodge, they all contributed to the war effort. Tanks, trucks, aircraft engines. Mitsubishi made airplanes, and it was no different in Germany. Porsche designed tanks. BMW radial engines powered fighters and bombers. Maybach motors from Mercedes powered Panther and Tiger tanks. But since the beginning, Mercedes has been associated with luxury cars, and it was no different 80 years ago. So why did I start this video with scenes from a train show and end up talking about World War II era Mercedes? Well, it's because of this little model that I found a few weeks ago. It's a 1938 Mercedes 770 that's styled after the one used by Adolf Hitler. I didn't know that such a thing even existed, but it's a perfect tie-in between Lionel trains and the Second World War. This car is in 1/43rd scale, which is close enough to match my trains. This particular car was made by Rio Scale Models, and I bought it for just $20 at a train show. A few parts had come loose, but they all went back together pretty easily, and now it looks like new again. I did a little search on eBay, and I was surprised to see how many variations of this car were made. Rio, the manufacturer, did not let the tooling for this model go to waste. Apparently, a Mercedes 770K was the car to own if you were a high-ranking political figure or military officer in Germany during the 1930s or 40s. The real Mercedes 770K is rear-wheel drive, nearly 19 feet long, and weighs 3 tons without passengers or driver. So I'm not sure how well it did during the German North African campaign, but if you were a high-ranking general, maybe Erwin Rommel for instance, you could get around in style in one of these as long as you stayed on paved roads. Adolf Hitler did give an armor-plated Mercedes to Eva Braun, but it was a 540K instead of this big convertible limo. Maybe not all of Rio's interpretations are completely historically accurate, but I think quite a few are. Though I wouldn't be surprised if there had been a white one, with Eva driving while being escorted by an SS security guard. It's not outside the realm of possibility. What happened to these cars after Germany's surrender? Well, they were used by Allied forces to get around and often displayed showing who their previous owners were. Hermann Goering also owned an armored 540K like Eva Braun, but he used a 770K when escorted by other Luftwaffe officers. Go ahead and slap on a coat of US Army olive drab paint, add a big white star, and you're good to go without worrying whether or not other GIs might open fire on you as you drive through any of the now occupied German villages. Before there was ever a G63, there was once a G4. The G stands for Geländewagen, which is German simply for off-road vehicle. This is off-road vehicle 4, which would be Geländewagen 4 auf Deutsch. I'm sure there are some in the crowd who have fear of the people in these Geländewagens. Get it? Is it too soon for dad jokes about the Nazis? I think sometimes puns can be funny. These cars are massive, almost 19 feet long, and have an empty weight of nearly 8,000 pounds. Now if you add somebody like Hermann Göring to this one, you're really giving the suspension a workout. In American terms, think of the G4 as a 6-wheel drive Mercedes 770K, but with a lift kit. I bet you're picturing Adolf Hitler listening to country music with Eva Braun in cut-off jean shorts. That's a weird image. But what's not weird is how cool these models are in 1/43rd scale. I don't have this white one, but I was lucky enough to find a military G4 on eBay for about $23, and that includes shipping, and it came from Poland, and it arrived within a week. How is that possible? This beauty is featured in one of my favorite colors, Panzer Gray. Our house used to be this same color, but no one ever suspected. But I knew. Panzer Gray, plus 2 MG34s mounted out back, and it's a Mercedes. What could be better? What's that you say? 2 G4s? Well, that might be going too far. That probably would be going too far, but a G4 plus a 770K in a color that's almost Panzer Gray, well, that's totally acceptable, I think. Don't you? I have an idea for a future video involving these cars and my trains, but I'm not sure just yet what it will be. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care.